Hello everyone, Leroy Eichelberger, your Center to Plate Specialist for Saddle Food Service here. Today we're going to be showing one of the muscles that's included in our All Goes program that we do here at Saddle. It's the Choice 0x1 strip. I'm going to start by trimming the connective tissue from the bottom and then turning it over to remove the back strap. As we go along, I'll be polying up the waste or the sinew that I'll be collecting from the strip loin, and at the end we'll weigh it up to see how much product actually is considered to be waste. I'll be cutting 12-ounce center cut strip steaks today until we get to the nerve end, at which point we'll explain what we can do with that. Okay, so the bottom's been trimmed, the bone felt connective tissue's been removed. This is typical of our standard in trimming strips. We'll also remove the back strap. This will help eliminate any curl on the grill. Because it's a 0x1, typically the 0x1s are trimmed down quite a bit initially. However, at certain times of the year, they can be a little heavier with the fat cover, so we like to trim it down to a nice 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch tail before we start cutting steaks. Again, all of our product is aged 21 to 28 days to ensure full flavor and tenderness. I'll turn it around. Put a little more of this fat off. I'll do a face cut on the loin end. I'll always be starting from the loin end, working my way towards the nerve or the vein end. So I'll do a small face cut just to give me a nice clean edge to start with. And as you can see by looking at the strip, this is typical of most strips. They kind of start on an angle. So the goal here for me will be able to adjust a little bit at a time as I work my way towards the other end, which is level, to ensure that we don't have a wedge or a lot of unusable product at the end. So turn my scale on here, and we'll start with 12-ounce cuts. Just like to make a cut, lay it down and look at the face, see if there's a little more trim that we need to do on the tail. Again, it's just that minor adjustment for every steak that's cut to have me finish with a nice straight edge. The idea of this program is to be able to help our chefs out or our processors in the kitchen that are cutting themselves and be able to supply consistency and, most importantly, extended shelf life. This product's going to come in individually cryovac, so you're going to have your 10 to 12 day shelf life on it, opposed to wrapping it in plastic wrap or cello wrap and only getting 2 to 3 days tops out of it. Getting close to the nerve end here. Once I get there, we'll stop and talk a little bit about it. As you can see, the trim or the waste is really starting to pile up, which is typical of most strips. Even that it's a 0x1, you're still going to average 2 to 3 pounds of waste, which is considerable with the cost of beef. Another small trim here. So we're now at the point to where, if you can see, the nerve comes in right here. However, you do not see it on the face of the strip. So by meat buyer standards, you are allowed to have one more steak that's considered a center cut, because there is a steak that, as long as the nerve's not showing on both sides of the face, it's considered a center cut. So I'll cut one more 12 ounce and then we'll stop. As you can see, the small part of the nerve starts to come in, and you can see it here on the end. But however, it is not on the other side. So that's our last 12 ounce center cut steak, and we're now at the nerve end. So as you can see, the nerve's in, very predominant on that side. So with this particular end, a lot of times there'll be struggles to figure out exactly what to do or the best way to prepare this cut. Some chefs will use this cut straight through and use it as their well-dones in order to cook that nerve an extended period of time in the hopes that it will make it a little more tender. Others will opt to take this nerve end apart and use the product in different ways, whether it's a typical standard stew or soup, skewers, appetizers, whatever they can conjure up to run as a special in order not to lose profit. In my personal opinion, I prefer to scoop the nerve out, remove the nerve, finish cutting the steaks, and use those as well-dones. However, you can also do this as a whole roast. It can be cooked whole, sliced thin on a slicer if you have a sandwich menu or a sandwich section on your menu. It would make a great New York strip steak sandwich. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to opt to scoop the nerve, cut the remaining part of the loin into 10 ounce or 12 ounce pieces to use as well-dones, and the top piece, which is actually considered a ball-tip sirloin, will get put into cubes for later on in our presentation. So I'll remove a little bit more fat and just take my knife and scoop right along the nerve. As you can see, dips down considerably. I'll hold it up so you can see. But you can kind of see that now that the nerve has been removed, however, leaving the center cut strip loin. So this is still a great piece of meat that can be used for well-dones or for a smaller portion if there's multiple sizes on the menu. I'll clean up the little piece of sirloin. Again, this will go into a byproduct we call steak bites or stew meat. And now I'll cut this. I'll be able to get two 12 ounce portions out of this cut. So I'll trim it up a little more to make it look a little more presentable since the nerve has been removed. And as you can see, even with the nerve removed, there's not a lot of difference between the appearance of the two. However, a lot of chefs will put this on the grill and flatten it a little bit to kind of spread it out, but no one will be opposed to having this steak. We'll just trim a little bit off of this end, trim it around, and again, flatten it down a little bit, and now you have two more steak portions out of the loin. Okay, so now that all of our steaks have been cut, put the two end cuts up here so we keep them separate. So the idea again in this program is to be able to turn this amount of waste, which I'm about to weigh up, into 100% usable product. So, the scale. So we are right at just a shade over 3 pounds of waste. Now, a lot of folks will take and render this for stocks and use it for stews and stuff like that, which is fine. However, with the price of beef today, it becomes very expensive stock. We can sell soups and stews, stocks for soups and stews all day long. However, we have what we believe to be a great alternative for this. So again, this being a shade over 3 pounds of waste, we're going to replace it with 3 pounds of steak bites or stew meat. So one of the things that I have to say about this product is that while it can be used for your typical soups or stews, it doesn't need to be. This product is a byproduct of our cutting operation. It's all coming from 100% properly aged ribeyes, strip loins, and sirloins. So this product can be used for skewers, for appetizers, for steak salads. The possibilities are endless of what you could do with this product. So again, we're taking this, which is 3 pounds of waste, we're replacing it with 3 pounds of 100% usable product. Your steaks are going to be individually cryovac, which is going to ensure your shelf life of 10 to 12 days, opposed to cello wrapping or plastic wrapping your steaks. And you now have your portions coming in consistent, whatever size you want. I cut these 12 ounces today. We can cut them from 6 ounce to 16 ounce. So please feel free to contact your Savile representative and take advantage of this great Savile product.